Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Good morning from Dallas, and I am your host, of course, KC Phoenix. And welcome to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. For some of my new listeners and viewers, because obviously I'm doing a video, and also have something stuck in my right eye right now. Hold on. Okay. All right. For those who are my longtime listeners of my podcast, there was a segment that I had that I stopped doing, which was the Quick 3 Tarot. And it was a thing where I would pull 3 tarot cards pretty much Monday through Friday is what I would do. And the last one I did was back in July. I'm not looking to make this a daily thing just yet. Again, however, I noticed the time and I'm like, you know what? I have a little extra time. And something was telling me, go ahead and do it. The Quick 3 Tarot for the new listeners is similar to the readings for the collective. It's not as comprehensive because it's only 3 tarot cards, but it is for the collective. And something was telling me to do it. Now, the weird thing that happened was I was planning on using, because I wasn't sure what tarot deck I wanted to use. I had just finished doing the Lucky Numbers episode, which is already uploaded for those who like the lucky numbers. And something was telling me, do a Quick 3 Tarot. But throughout the process, I didn't know what deck I wanted to use. So I was like, I think I want to use my Healing Light Tarot deck. And as I went to get it, I accidentally knocked over my Light Seers, which is a different one. This is the Light Seers tarot deck. And something said to me, no, that's the one you need to use. Use that one. So I was like, okay. But again, with anything, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is for the collective. I'm pulling 3 cards. That's all. I'm not pulling any more unless I want to be nosy, because in some previous episodes with the Quick 3 Tarot, the energy, I got a little bit nosy and I was like, okay, I want to know more. But yeah, if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. All right? And before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Let's go ahead and get to it. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, November the 17th. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, November the 17th. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, November the 17th. All right. I'm shuffling to the side here because my laptop is in front of me. All right. Let's see what I have here. There's something's going to involve a choice. When I split the deck, the lovers showed. So just a heads up. So something will involve a choice that has to be made, because that's what the lovers card originally meant. It was the choice card. It doesn't always mean that it's dealing with a relationship in the sense of romance. Could be, but yeah. Also, something could be involving a Gemini too, because the lovers card is related to a Gemini. So some of you may be dealing with a Gemini, or you could be a Gemini. May I have 3 cards, please? my deck just flew all over the place. What is this? Wow. Okay, something told me to take this, which this card landed by itself, which is Judgment. The card on top is the Eight of Cups. Alright. I need one more card. Someone's asking for a second chance. Is what's going... Thank you. Someone's in the Ace of Swords. Okay. So, Judgment card here. Judgment is about second chances. Is what it's about. And either someone is looking to give you a second chance, or someone is... or you're going to someone to ask for a second chance. It's also about... I also call Judgment the new lease on life, is what I call it. Because that's what a second chance is. Also, if you hear stuff in the background, the people are doing maintenance around the property, which they're always doing maintenance around the property. Whether it's cleaning, lawn work, or whatever. Just giving you a heads up if you hear anything. But for the Judgment card, it's so weird. Because as I was shuffling, the Lover's card was one of the cards that was cut. But before that, there was the Five of Cups that I had seen in the process. Someone is sad about a choice that they made. That's the energy that I'm picking up. There was a choice that was made. Someone's sad about it. It could be you were sad about a choice that you made, or someone around you. And again, this doesn't have to be romance. This could be something where, you know, your brother or your sister or your cousin says something to you that maybe they shouldn't have said. And that could be the case. But regardless, whatever choice was made, someone is in regret about it. And they're seeking a second chance. And you're going to have to call judgment on them. Or they're going to call judgment on you. The second card that came out is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, or you could be one of those signs. Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that does not serve you. And it's interesting because with Judgment being here, Judgment is about a second chance. Now, walking away from something that doesn't serve you, because my cards are turned around. You know how the thing does on the camera where it's like, it's the reverse. So I have to make sure I'm pointing to the right card. With the walking away from something that doesn't serve you, with Judgment, is usually your second chance where you are walking away from something. That's what it could be when it comes to that. Let me hold this that way and this that way. So, with the Eight of Cups, the next card is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, is what it is. With the Eight of Cups, that is what this person is walking towards, is their Nine of Cups. They're walking towards their wish fulfillment because they are emotionally unsatisfied in a situation. Judgment has a similarity where something that didn't set well with your spirit, you now have the opportunity for something new, is what it is. Almost similar to a tower. Judgment and tower have similarities as well, which both of them are related to Pluto. Tower is, I believe, Mars and Pluto. Judgment is Judgment, Tower, and Death. Those cards. which I don't know why. There may be a Scorpio in the mix here too. It's something that's, coming to me. But long story short, someone either is walking away from another situation to go into a new situation, meaning that they realize, okay, there's a better situation over here, so I'm going to walk to it. They've been given the second chance to do that. They've been given the opportunity. Or they're just walking away completely and they're going to live their best life in doing whatever. Whatever decision is made, the third card that came out is the Ace of Swords. This is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Ace of Swords is about clarity. That's where the walking away is coming from. Is what that is. That's where this is coming from. Because clarity came in. Whatever was needed, and also something just said to me, whatever needs to be said is going to be said as well. So don't be surprised if there's some type of communication about a decision. And you may be the one making the decision. Something may have came to you, the information, because don't forget, with swords are about thoughts and communication. And then finally, you may have had a thought about something and you're like, you know what? This isn't for me. This isn't for me. I gotta go. That might be you. But that could also be someone else. Because this can go different ways. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And something just said ultimatum to me, where someone may have given somebody an ultimatum. And they're like, look, I'll give you another chance, but in order for you to have the other chance, you need to leave this behind. You need to leave this. Maybe it was a third party situation. Maybe somebody's saying, okay, you know what? I'll be with you, but I'm not going to be with you when you're with someone else. Or I'm not going to be with you when you're married. Or I'm not going to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Take your pick. You're going to need to walk away from the other situation. I'm willing to give you a second chance, judgment. Because it didn't come out in the reverse. If it would have come out in the reverse, then that would mean that it's not in your favor or in their favor. What I'm feeling is that this is either a second chance on a relationship with an individual or a second chance on a relationship with self, where you're making the decision to go ahead and walk away from whatever you need to walk away from to start your new life. Because again, that's what the Eight of Cups is. You see how she's walking away. She's walking away to get her ninth cup is what she's doing. Towards her wish fulfillment. Someone may be coming towards you, especially with the Ace of Swords. Aces are new. Someone may be communicating with you to say, hey, I'm ready to give this a chance now. I'm ready to give this a shot now. I want to be serious about this relationship. Or, in addition to that, something just said to me, if you were passed on for like a job or something, someone may contact you and say, hey, Ace of Swords communication, where, hey, you know what? We want to hire you. They may have passed on you before, but they're not passing on you now. Some of you might be leaving a job too, where you're like, you know what? This isn't worth it. I'm way too qualified for this. I'm going to start my new life and it's going to work out for me. Because this judgment in the upright, what it's saying is that whatever the transition is, because this is a transition. You see how she's up here because judgment is happening. She's transitioning. This is saying whatever transition is going on, it's going to be for the good. It's not going to be for the bad. So, and actually I might title this that. I'm thinking about doing that. A transition for the good. Because there's a transition going on. All three of these cards are saying there is a transition going on. Eight of Cups is transitioning to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Judgment is transitioning to your new life. The Ace of Swords is about new communication coming in. Ace of Swords is also a victory. Aces are new, but Ace of Swords in particular is about a victory. It's about clarity. It's about, also you can say balance to a certain degree. Because Ace of Swords is a very concise card. It isn't a thing where your mind is muddled. It's where your mind is crystal clear. So whatever transition is happening here, and there is a transition happening, something is in the process, it will be a transition for the good. Whatever your wish fulfillment is, you will have the opportunity for it. If you missed out on the wish fulfillment last time, the Judgment card is saying you're getting a second chance. And vice versa. Going back to what I said before, if this is dealing with a relationship where someone wants to get with you, or should I say back with you, then you're more than likely inclined to say, yes, I'm willing to give it a chance. However, I honestly feel with this Ace of Swords being here, there will be ground rules set. There will be, I don't want to say boundaries. That's not the word. Not boundaries. There will be, what's the other word for ground rules? There's another word for ground rules and it's not coming to me. Can I have some help here? What's another way I can articulate this? What's another way I can articulate this? Any help, please? Oh, thank you. All right. There will be expectations set. Thank you. Perfect word. All right. Expectations set for this, meaning you will set the expectation where it's like, if you get back with me, if you come back into my energy, then this is what I expect of you. Expectations will be set. So if somebody is coming back to you, with the Judgment card here, you're inclined to say yes. However, with the Ace of Swords, you're going to be very, very clear. Super duper clear. You're going to be like, these are the expectations. This is what I expect going forward in this relationship. If you cannot hold up to this in this relationship of the expectations of what I have, it's not going to work. It's not happening. And something is telling me that they will be open to your expectations. And also, they will see that you're serious too. Because the Eight of Cups is here. They know you're not bluffing when, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, for the ones that I'm talking about with this story where someone is approaching you and not you approaching them. They'll know you're not bluffing with this Eight of Cups here, because this Ace of Swords is saying you're going to be clear that if you'll give them another chance to be in your energy, but if they don't meet the expectations that are set beforehand, Ace of Swords, you're going to walk away from the energy and you're going to be done with it. And after that second chance, that's it. If they blow the second chance, you're not dealing with it anymore. For others of you, like I said before, you may be looking for a second chance. They might tell you, okay, these are going to be the expectations. Also, something just said to me that between the two of you, you might set expectations for each other. If this is some type of relationship, whether it's romance, whether it's job or what have you, family, friends, that you're both, there's an open line of communication. Because Okay, something else just came to me too. Because I noticed something it was recently, probably over the last few days. Misunderstanding. For some of you, there's been a thing of misunderstandings going on for the past probably week and some change. So if there was a misunderstanding, this Ace of Swords is going to bring the clarity. Where both of you can sit down and have a conversation with each other saying, okay, this is what I meant. Because, with the misunderstanding, somebody might think that you meant something you didn't mean. Where you're saying, okay, this is what I meant, and this is how we'll move forward. So, yeah, and now I'm really picking up friendship on this, too, as well. Where there was a misunderstanding friendship-wise. Like, there may have been a falling out, whether it's temporarily or there was about to be a falling out. And now, someone decided to actually communicate. If they haven't communicated with you yet, expect communication. Because Ace of Swords. Because somebody got clarity. Or you may be the one getting ready to communicate. And then, you're going to sit down and give it another chance, is what you're going to do. But regardless, the way the relationship was, regardless of what type of relationship it was, the way that it was is not going to be the same anymore. It will be a transition for the better, is what it will be, off of these 3 cards. So that's the energy that I have. All right? So that is your quick 3 tarot for Wednesday, November the 17th, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Whew, got to get comfortable in this chair. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. Until next time, be blessed.